fortified its foreign relations by strengthening trade, enhancing diaspora involvement, and restoring Guyana's image on the international stage. During the first year, the bilateral relationship with the United States was strengthened with a visit by Secretary of State Mr. Michael Pompeo. Guyana and Suriname reaffirmed their commitment to strengthening and expanding cooperation between the two countries in areas of infrastructure, healthcare, investment, tourism, trade, and oil and gas development. Guyana chaired the G77 and China flagship conference on maintaining a low-carbon footprint. An MOU was signed for the construction of a bridge linking Guyana and Suriname, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs hosted its first ever virtual diaspora conference, the PPPC's first year in office, restoring progress and prosperity.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening, welcome to this evening's newscast on Kaieteur Radio. Kevin Smith here. Without further ado, let's get to the news in detail. By the end of 2024, ExxonMobil Guyana is slated to receive some $42.7 billion, representing 85% of the take from some 555 million barrels of oil scheduled to be produced from the Stabroek Block during that period, representing recoverable costs such as expenses and profits. Guyana's take during the same period, in contrast, sees the country earning some $3.7 billion total, 653 of which would represent taxes being paid by Guyana on behalf of the U.S. oil major operating in the bloc. Total royalty for its oil for Guyana at the end of 2024 is pegged at $523 million or $100 million less than what the country will take from its share to fork over to the treasury as taxes, foregone revenue from ExxonMobil Guyana. The taxes projected for Guyana to pay by the end of 2024 amounts to some $653 million. And I'll just tell you, several civil society bodies are calling for independent Guyanese-driven energy consultations in relation to alternatives, especially given the uncertainties and likely cost overruns in addition to environmental and other yet unknown impacts from the proposed $900 million gas-to-shore energy initiative. The bodies include Transparency International Guyana Inc., Guyana Human Rights Association, Guyana Society Against Sexual Orientation Discrimination, Policy Forum Guyana, and Guyana Society for the Blind, among others. According to the grouping, it is uncontested that the gas pipeline is eminently unjustifiable in terms of Guyana's energy needs, which can be summarized as replacement of bunker C fuel as the main source of electrical energy. And moving on, the government of Guyana, through the Ministry of Natural Resources, has announced vacancy positions for a project manager and senior engineer for the contentious gas-to-shore project. According to the terms of reference, the project manager will play a lead role with influence to review and guide projects in a direction where positive outcomes will be to maximize transparency and the achievement of efficient and competitive value engineering as a standard approach. The role requires liaising with multidisciplinary teams and presents an opportunity for the manager to work closely with both operator and government to investigate existing procedures. In other news, the Guyana Teachers Union is voicing its concern over the indications of a possible mandatory vaccination requirement for teachers. In a statement on the issue yesterday, the GTU noted, while the president has the right to call on teachers to get vaccinated, it is the democratic right of every citizen, including teachers, to make personal choices. The union said it has always supported free choice in taking the vaccine, and so will neither advise against nor enforce the inoculation of teachers. Earlier this week, President Dr. Fanali had urged teachers to show leadership and get vaccinated as the government prepares to reopen schools next month for face-to-face teaching. And now let's tell you, the Venezuelan national, 32-year-old Ian Singh, who was found dead in an alleyway on Sunday last, was killed due to blunt force trauma to the head and strangulation. This is according to a post-mortem examination conducted yesterday. Singh, popularly known in the Venezuelan migrant community residing in Guyana as Caracas, was found dead in an alleyway close to the Sleeping Hotel, hours after he had an altercation with a group of men at the Rio nightclub located in Queenstown. Singh had reportedly left for the nightclub around midnight on Sunday. According to his friends, a fight had erupted around 4 hours between one of his acquaintances and a group of Guyanese men. He had reportedly rushed to defend the individual, but ended up being attacked and beaten. And to wrap things up this evening, let's tell you that yesterday the Ministry of Health announced that 2 more persons who tested positive for COVID-19 have died. The latest fatalities are that of 2 men, a 48-year-old and a 62-year-old, both from Region 4. Both men passed away on Tuesday while receiving treatment at a medical facility. As a result of this, Guyana's COVID-19 death toll has moved to 551. Further, the ministry, via its COVID-19 dashboard, revealed that within 24 hours, 62 new cases were recorded, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 22,705. Out of the number of confirmed cases, 11,652 persons are women and 11,053 are men.